Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everyone? Appreciate you for stopping by. Just trying to fix the audio levels real quick. Make it sound good, alright? That should be good. Alright. Obviously, if it is not, please let me know. I'm trying to fix the audio stuff to make it, like, very, very pristine, you know? But it's a bit difficult, because if I put the gain up too high, because some people have been saying my mic's been a bit quiet, right? If I put the gain up too high, it just picks up this PC constantly, and there's just a whirring fan noise in the background. Sounds pretty bad, so we're not going to have that happen. But I think I got it to a thing where it sounds pretty good, pretty intelligible, which is nice. So hopefully it's good. Obviously, if not, please let me know. Please let me know. So we're on One Piece, chapter 1144. Going to be a very good chapter, in my opinion, solely because of the number of the chapter. And that's because this will have been 100 chapters since Gear 5 was revealed. Now, Oda loves to do these 100 chapter kind of stepping stone moments in the series quite often. Whenever there's 100 like just for a chapter, it usually is something very, very powerful in the story. Like obviously with chapter 100, they're in the Grand Line now. They're heading to the Grand Line. Like stuff like this. It shows like something's happening. So I personally wouldn't be shocked if we get a really cool Gear 5 moment in this chapter. I think that's definitely possible. So I'm excited for that possibility. Now, how could this happen? Him fighting the God Knights, probably. But, I don't know. Maybe he's saving it because although Loki seemed like the enemy, obviously he's not. And this could be something kind of wild with the Sun God having a reveal. Because it seems as though we're getting into a Loki, Hyrudin, Harold flashback, which I think could be really cool. I'm very excited for that possibility as well. So maybe the Sun God and the history and the past of the Sun God could tie into this. And this obviously would still work very well because Luffy is going to possibly hear them talk about their past. So that could be cool. Sorry for hitting the microphone. That could be cool. I'd be very into that. I think that would be very fun. But outside of that, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to happen. I'm very much banking on this flashback happening. I think it could be really cool. I'd be very excited for it. But am I thinking about like everything I think is going to happen? Is it going to happen? I don't fully know. But we're here. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm very excited for the greatness to come from this chapter. Anything else that could happen? I'm trying to think because I feel as though we're probably going to just continue that Loki thing, but again, I'm not certain. I'm not certain. We haven't seen... Well, no, we did see the characters last. They were reacting to the kids who were being taken away, and they were like, what's going on? So we're not unaware of what's going on. We could see... No, but Robin and Chopper were there. Then we saw Nami, Jinbei, Usopp. Sanji's with Luffy and Zoro now. Maybe Frankie. We haven't seen what Frankie's up to. That'd be a good little segue. That's not bad. Alright, Frankie. Maybe Frankie. That is possible. So, Frankie, that's a possibility. Or, we see something else entirely. There's obviously a lot of speculation about why Shamrock is leaving. What's he gonna do? That might be something they show way later, but it could be something they show now. Who knows? I'm very interested in that plotline. I've talked about this many times, but I think it's time. Shouts to everyone who's here. If you are watching this as a VOD, any commenting, liking, sharing would be immensely appreciated. and obviously like the stream. It helps us get more into the algorithm, especially because it's a Sunday, you know, and Sundays are a lot more laid back. So, with that, let's get into this One Piece chapter 1144, which is called A Time for Warriors. Okay. Now, it seems like the Yamato cover story is quote unquote dying down. Do I think it is really? No. I really don't. Because this is obviously the stepping stone of, oh, we beat Who's Who, and then Old Team Page 1 are there. But, and I mean, they are solving this mystery too of the missing carpenter person and the missing girls. So that does get that out of the way as well. But I really feel like with the intro of the cover story being Onigashima, we're not done. I'm intrigued to see what they're doing. So that's great. That's very great. I say, personally, I feel as though we're probably going to get some kind of reveal with Big Mom or Kaido. Like, obviously, that is what I want, but I feel as though it's inevitable. Why would they show Onigashima if they're not going to come back to that? So, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. We see Tama taking care of the one carpenter guy, Minatomo, and Yamato towering over all the girls, which is actually pretty hilarious. Like, Yamato is literally twice the height of all these characters. Wild. Alright, now we see a bunch of them get knocked out. A bunch of the cat guys. Sadly, no cat grandma. No cat grandma. Alright, let us go. 1144. It's time. Alright, well, speaking of Frankie, Frankie is the first thing we see in this chapter. Wow. Whoa, what is this? Well, what do you think it is? Interesting. Interesting. So we're immediately locking in on Frankie. And Ripley is here as well. Love that. It's been here for ages. It looks like pure science to me. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I kind of want to zoom in on this page here. What is going on? Yeah, it's very metallic here. This looks like a jet turbine. At least to me. Like, just seeing it from the onset. This looks like a jet turbine. All the, it's like a bunch of beams, like steel beams holding up this building. And then there's this really weird, like, thing at the top. I can't even tell what that is. But it's pretty beautiful. It's, like, caked into a tree. It reminds me of, this is probably a weird, thing, but, like, have you ever seen those, like, what if humans were gone? Those kind of, you know, documentaries or videos or whatever. And they're talking about how the architecture of our world would be like coded with nature. I feel like this is a great example of that. And I mean, they literally say it's been here for ages. So that's very cool. For some reason, I can't move this now. Oh, that's so much fun. Okay. All right. Whoa, what is this? Well, what do you think it is? It's been here for ages. It looks like pure science to me. See, I figured a mechanical man like you would enjoy it more than anyone else. What's a facility like this doing in a kingdom of warriors? Interesting. Wasn't that what the chapter was called? A time for warriors, not a kingdom. Okay. Really crazy. And it's huge. Like, this is a giant location. Pun not intended, obviously. Alright, now we see Lilith and Bonnie. Glad to see them. Hey, up here, Frankie. I'm glad you found this place. I was going to tell you about it later. It's really cool inside, Frankie. Lilith, Bonnie, what are you two doing here? We got lost. Thank you for finding us. Even a genius can be bad at directions, I guess. I'm glad we ran across you then. I've been hearing alarms in the distance, so there's probably danger in the woods. Anyway, listen to this. I love that response. Vegapunk does not care at all. Like, alarms in the distance, so there's probably danger. Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, listen to this. I could hardly believe this place. By my estimation, this building stood here for at least 3 millennia. Oh my god. 3,000 years. So maybe this is from the first world. That'd be interesting. Because obviously, a lot of the stuff in the second world we would assume is like Joy Boy, Emu, that kind of stuff. This seems to be way before them. 3,000 years. I mean, maybe Emu is from there, but I kind of doubt it. What? Don't lie to me. Do you realize how ancient that makes it? I can't say she's wrong, though. Even in Elbaf, we have no record of what that building is. Wow, that's crazy. Even in Elbaf, where people live crazy long anyway. Really cool. Really cool. I like this this intro. Really cool intro here. Then that just makes it all the more worth studying. I think I'll settle down and live here. You sure you won't get lost? Anyway, let me check out the inside too. There's a fun little angle of Frankie here. Bonnie looks very scared, giving a little Gear 5 tongue. What's the matter? Behind you, there's something creepy. Oh, this is really cool. For the Oda box, like for the narration, it's like a little piece of paper drawn with like crayons. That's adorable. I love that. Behind you, there's something creepy, and it's lightning. That's awesome. That's incredibly creative. I love that. Oh, Elbaf. Land of mystery and wonder. No, this isn't natural. I don't know what this is. That's so cool. That's so cool. And like even the sky itself is a bit of like a crayon aesthetic. Like this stuff is so awesome. All right, we're seeing other ones with the piece of paper. Oh, that's even we're getting a bit meta here. But the Oda box itself also, because it's like a little piece of paper, it's literally like a sticky note that was just attached onto the page, and there's a little shadow around it. Very fun. Very fun. What I'm afraid of, Draugr. It's this massive skeletal warrior here. Sober up and grab your weapons. The firefighting Savar is down. It looks like a Draugr to me. It's a damn zombie. Is this related to the children's daydream somehow? What's going on? Where are the captains? Someone needs to take command. They drank too much and had to rush to the bathroom. What? That looks awfully familiar. Is it an enormous me? And that's Brooke talking about the skeleton guy. Pretty funny. Quick, take the visitors away from the village. Wait, hold on. Don't treat us like kids. Wait, hold on. Don't treat us with kid gloves. We want to fight too. Ooh. Wait. Hold up. Usopp seems scared, but I don't know. He's like, apparently the we want to fight too is very like low and quiet. Interesting. You said that awfully quiet. Whatever this is, it doesn't seem like a business as usual for Elbaf. Ready? I'm gonna move the whole desk. Oh, Nami's thinking to herself. ... What's Nami thinking? No, Colin, you can't. Oh, Colin's doing some... Colin's gonna fight. It's Colin. Okay, Colin's gonna fight these monsters. Prove to be a brave warrior. Maybe he'll say this is the time for warriors, hence the title. Okay. Alright, let's see this. Why not? I'm a warrior too. I want to fight. Of course you can't. But I'm the son of Gabon. Exactly. You're not Gabon. That went hard. Go find safety with the rest of the children and stay put. Got it? And he's having a little temper tantrum because he got pushed aside. Excuse me. Hey, Jarl. Hmm? What is it, girl? There's something we need to tell you about. I'm sorry we didn't bring it up earlier. Okay, they're definitely going to talk about... Um... Hmm. Wait, what? Hold on. So, look what we need to tell you about. Sorry we didn't bring it up earlier. Jinbei is with Nami and all them, so... I wonder what she's referring to. And maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid, but it's probably the two bodyguards talking about Shanks. Interesting. An intruder who looks like red hair in the castle? Yes, sir. The pair were incredibly strong. One of them used strange powers. The quickest answer to most mysteries in this world is a devil fruit of some kind. Well, Jinbei is locking in on this one. The quickest answer to most mysteries in the world is a devil fruit of some kind. If these phenomena are unfamiliar to you, then there's a good chance that those folks are behind it all. Jinbei, what are you... Cook, man. What are you talking about? Jinbei, what are you saying, those folks? Talking about the world government? Those folks? Come on, man. Give me more. Inform the entire country that two humans unrelated to the Straw Hat crew have infiltrated. Tell me as soon as they're found. You got it, Chief. Do you really think there are just two of them, causing all of these strange phenomena? Perhaps we should expect more. At least two. You got it. I don't know who these people are, but if they're abducting children in broad daylight, they're despicable. We have to stop them. Yeah, yes, Nami. Yes. Love this for you. I love how angry she is about the situation. Like, this is so perfect. What are they going to demand from Elbaf once they've got the kids held hostage? I've never heard of an abduction like this. Usopp also looks very pissed. I love this. I love this. It will not come to pass. We'll help too. Just give us a ship and someone to move us around. Nonsense. You are our guests. Stay in hiding where it's safe. It's kind of crazy that they're not taking them up on this offer. Like, this is an Emperor of the Sea and his crew. That's so bizarre. But wait. Now, where are Dory and Brogy? They're still in the bathroom, Chief. Bunch of lightweights. Okay. I'm really enjoying this direction so far. Really enjoying this. I love the in-depth motivation that a lot of these characters have. Jinbei was kind of cooking here. There's a good chance that those folks are behind it all. Is he talking about the world government? I would assume yes. I'm intrigued. If the targets are human-sized, we'll have an easier time looking for them. Yeah, exactly. Let the big guys fight the big guys. We'll search for the intruders. Yeah, Usopp. Yes. The problem is that Elbaf is too huge for us to cover. So Nami spots something. Oh, and it's Colin sneaking off. Huh? You're not going to stop me? You want to ride with me? Okay, then I'm captain. Nami thinks it's cute. It's so adorable. Alright, Colin. Colin, you know, he's on his Captain Usopp stuff right now. I'm the captain. I love this. And we're off. Man the oars, Colin pirates. Oh, this is fun. You're the biggest one here. You do the rowing. Onward. I love this. Happy little kid right here. And you see that Jinbei and Brook instantly on the oars. Okay, we got Gunko jamming out on some headphones right now. Message to all the Sun World. Humans unrelated to the Straw Hat crew have been spotted at Alrust Castle. They have demonstrated overt hostility and are considered... Oh, and then we're just cutting off. Are considered what? I have no idea. TDs. TD. Oh, tone dials. TDs. That's so fun. TDs, huh? I prefer listening to a live musical performance. And whoever flubs a note first, bang! That's wild. Gihahaha is Gunko's post-meal ritual. It is not a ritual, I just like doing it, which is listening to music. But it's nice to have a hobby you can carry around with you. What's that song you like so much? Oh my god. Is this going to be like a Film Red reference or something? Like, that would be so fun. Because we got the headphones and Uta. I think Uta was the only character in One Piece to wear the headphones. I love TDs. That's so fun. Like, that's got to be tone dials, of course. But, like, having it be rephrased as like, oh, it's like a CD, but it's like a TD. That's genius. That's genius. I love that. I wonder who made these. I wonder who made the tone dial headphones. It's really fun. New World, I knew it. I knew it. That's so fun. So there's your confirmation that Uta is like a character in this world. Because we got the song drop. Really cool. Really cool. And it is kind of funny that we are talking about red hair and then we got a Uta reference here. Gihahaha. What? You got a problem with the one we live in already? Don't make fun of what other people like, Summers. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. But hey, look. The adults are trying their hardest to save the kids. That's a crazy, like, honestly genius way of interpreting the song. With New World, which is just, one, it's a fun little reference to Film Red, which is obviously one of the most popular One Piece films. We got the tone dial headphones. Cute. I like that a lot. It's a nice little world building thing. But having the New World song, which is obviously like probably the most popular, I would say, of all the Uta songs, and then Summers being just like awful and saying something like, what, you got a problem with the one we live in already? Crazy. Like that level of depth is not something I would expect from just a little reference like this. Like that's really impressive. That's really impressive. All right, really cool. I'm hoping that gets more development. I feel like Gunko has a lot of potential here. But that was great. Okay, so we're kind of away from that. We see Nami, Usopp, Jinbei, and Brook. They're going with Colin. Love that. Usopp and Colin masterclass. Eventually. It will happen. Alright. So, we have Saul. We're back to Saul. There. This should keep me safe. Now I'm going to stop him cold. And he's got like two big shields. Like the ones that are usually on the side of a Viking ship in the series so far. I could tell y'all are just following this mission stationary cloth thingy. And the cloth here is heading right for the fire. You're going to die if you keep going forward. So I'm going to stop you. Oh, no. No, that's so sad. No. That's awful. So he stops them. He stops with the shields, but then they start stabbing, like, each other. That's so awful. And that's kind of like what Summers said. I think it was in the last chapter or the one before. About, like, getting close to someone. You hurt them when you're close to them. That's so messed up. Huh? Saul is shook here. No, I'm sorry. Ylva, Scaldi. You okay back there, Olav? What a disaster. If you stop one, the others damage each other with the spikes. No, Robin looks shook here. This is awful. It's sadistic. Alright, hold on. For some reason. Saul, I think our only option is to search for whoever's power these are. Do we even know if they're nearby? Chopper's crying. Chopper's so sad. Do we even know if they're nearby? But the kids are going to throw themselves into the fire while we search. I got to try everything I can. can't stop him from the front, I'll start with Bjorn in the back. Oh, that's pretty smart. That's really smart, because obviously they're just going to keep walking. If you just stop it one by one, give them enough space or something, that's a good idea. There, I got him loose from this line. Now, if we just peel him off one at a time. Yep, very smart. Oh, shouts to 308 Saw in the chat. New World is Brooks' song. Okay, thank you for the heads up. I generally would have just conflated that. Well, that makes it more interesting, actually. Because I confused it with New Genesis, yeah. I confused it with that for sure. But I do love that she's a fan of Brooke. That's kind of cool. It maybe if Brooke runs into her, she'll like fangirl out. That would be interesting. That would be fun. Sorry about that. Just had to check something. Thank you for the heads up, though. Now, if we just peel them off one at a time. So Saul sees something from above him. So it's probably one of those nightmare creatures again. Huh? It is. Okay. Fenrir. I love the Fenrir design. This is a very creative one. Are they working together somehow? Who's controlling this thing, and from where? Chopper shook. Mr. Principal, it's not just the Western Village. Other villages are reporting back about similar monsters. This is happening all over Elbaf? It seems clear that these are devil fruit powers at work. We must identify the culprits. Agreed. ... The agreed, I think, was from Anjir. Outside of the Western Village. There we go. Draugrs aren't actually supposed to exist, though. And look how much trouble it was just to stop one of these things. Get the wounded to the village. Okay, well, they already got rid of one. That's pretty fast. But instead, they're now dealing with the Nidhogg, which is like the dragon one. And a ghost one. Spooky little ghost with a fun hat. It's no use. There's just too many monsters. We can't protect the village. Flee for your lives. Yo. Okay, Dory and Brogy are about to come into this. They're definitely they're doing the pose, so we know they're gonna do the sovereignty. Oh, this gotta be like a double page spread right here. Alright. Because there's been a lot of great pacing in this chapter as well. With like little things in the corner that get you wanting to read. Like the no Colin you can't. Very cool, very cool. Alright, Dory and Brogy. It's our turn, Dory. Indeed, Brogy. I'm expecting a double page spread, so let's go. I knew it. Yep, they got cooked. The ghost immediately defeated. The dragon has a hole in it. Oh, there was another one that was just here. I didn't even see it. That's gone. That's gone too. Oh, they were on their ship. Hakoko sovereignty. Yes, the captains. The giant pirate crew. Sorry for taking so long. We had to puke up all we drank. Such a shame. We'll exterminate all these monsters. You folks help the children. It's the Great Eric Savar edition. Savar edition. Maybe that's because the firefighter's there. That would make sense. It's the Great Eric Savar edition. You're gonna get it now, all you monsters. Why'd you bother to sober up? What? Look, it's Mr. Ya, the Mountain Eater. That ship is unstoppable. Okay. Okay. Let's see where Scopper is in here. I'm trying to see if I can find him. He's obviously going to be pretty small. Oh, he's on the shield. That's sick. That's sick. I love that Scopper is just chilling on the top of a shield. So I did read it the right way. Okay. I wasn't certain with this level panel layout here. The Great Eric. Very cool. Very cool. Dory and Brogy, you know, they cooked. They cooked for sure. This is a fun chapter. I enjoyed this chapter. It felt pretty short. Only 15 pages, it says. which I think is only 14 pages actually, because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, only 14 pages this time, so it felt like a rather short chapter. But we did get a lot of stuff that happened. Like we saw this was a not a setup chapter. It did set up some things. Don't get me wrong, like Colin doing his own thing, which I think that'll be a good plot line. We kind of just got a good idea of everything that's happening in the chaos right now, which was good. Obviously, I enjoyed that a lot. I really liked this setup here with Frankie at the beginning with this like ancient building, like even to Elbaf, ancient building, 3,000 years ago. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous to think about, which I think is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really enjoy that because it gets us in the idea, like, obviously, all we've thought about is stuff like Emu, the Void Century, all that. But that is less than 1,000 years ago. This is 3,000 years old. There's obviously a ton of potential for what's to come through this plot line. The first world, possibly. That's the first thing I thought of, at least. So I'm very intrigued on that. So we got that. I love these little narration box gimmick with these nightmare creatures. How it literally looks like a sticky note or a little piece of paper that's on top of the manga page itself. Really novel idea. And you could even see the difference here because we have a Oda box for a location here. It says Western Village, and there's no shadow underneath it. But we see these little nightmare ones. There's a definitive shadow underneath it. Very creative. Very, very creative. It makes it feel as though these things are otherworldly, which is great. Obviously, not only do they have a different art style completely with this gorgeous shading, but now the Oda box itself is different. It stands out very well. It's kind of like what they did when they introduced the Gorosei. They made their narration boxes very distinct. I'm always a fan of whenever Oda does something like that. Immediately gets us intrigued as to what this thing is. Yeah, nice little setup here as well. They're now hunting down the Gods Knights. And, you know, with Colin, I'm fully expecting a great scene of Usopp and Colin. I'm fully expecting that. And it is kind of nice that we're getting a little addition with Frankie and Lilith here. Very cool. I'm excited to see if this leads to something. And of course, seeing Bonnie do more. Very cool. Happy Bonnie's getting some development. Big fan of Bonnie. Hopefully we get more. Really enjoyed this page with Gunko, with the TD. That's definitely got to be tone dial. Very clever. Very clever, nice little world building there. But yeah, let me just make sure. New World, One Piece. Is that the song? Oh, song. Okay. New World is a song written and sung by Brooke. Is this the one? Oh, this is a whole song about Luffy becoming the Pirate King. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so I'm reading through this right now. Yeah, so all the lyrics here are about Luffy becoming the king, them heading to the New World. Very fun. I really like this because, again, this line here with Summers here. What, you got a problem with the one we live in already? That's incredible. That's incredibly poignant storytelling here. And it's just her making a fun little, I'm listening to music, you know? Very fun. Obviously, I feel like over these past few chapters, Gunko has, it's not literal, like, depth, but it's just the little things, and they keep adding up, where it's like Gunko is definitely going to have something happen, which is interesting. Yeah, shouts to Dak and Will. I like the dog pound sign over the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Bonnie. I don't know what word you're trying to say, but I see Bonnie the Factory. I don't know what you mean. De-age. Oh, you're gonna say she de-ages the factory. That's interesting. That's interesting. I like that idea. I like that idea. Also, I'm a masterclass because the chat box itself was off throughout most of the stream. That's so much fun. That's so much fun. But hopefully it should be up in a second. Bonnie de-aging the factory. That's interesting. That's very interesting. See, I never would have thought of that, but I like that idea. Because we've seen her de-age people, obviously. Have we seen her de-age objects? I'm not certain. I like the idea, though. I really like that idea. Maybe that could be like some kind of awakening of some kind, because she is a paramecia. Actually, no, she doesn't even have a fruit, technically. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. Let's see. I'm looking to see. I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain. She doesn't have fruit. Like, it's just like Toshi no Me. Yeah, but like it wasn't like something she ate. It was like injected into her essentially through genetic crap. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. I like that idea though. I like that idea though. Okay. So we see all this. We see, where was that? They're going after the God Knight. Oh, Gunko, and we're here now. This stuff here with Saul, you know, it wasn't very much, but I always love seeing stuff where we see Robin hyper emotional. You know, I feel like this is the most emotional we've seen Robin in quite a while, which is really, really cool. And I think she's obviously doing this because, one, she's with Saul. We already saw her get incredibly emotional with Saul, which was great. But now we're seeing, like, kids are in danger. These kids are going to be kidnapped, and this is obviously something that would affect her. Because she's seen, like, horrible things that have happened all over. And now she's, like, at this place where it seemed like she would be happy. She would finally be able to be happy. And now she's getting kind of sent back to reality. Like, no, there's still going to be terrible stuff that happens. But you can make a difference, you know? So I'm really enjoying that plot line there. The kids, like, stabbing each other with Sommers's, like, thorn fruit is super cooked, really messed up. I love it, you know. Obviously, like I said in my last chapter reaction, I feel as though Sommers as a character is a very good One Piece character devil fruit combo. He's this horrible twisted mentality, and this fruit does the same. Very good pairing there. I like this little solution they try to come up with as well, with pulling it back one by one. And obviously you got a little lasso because Saul's like a cowboy kind of guy. I think that's fun. Very cool. Very cool. Now obviously, again, back to the Anja sus theory. Not mine. It is Sai's. But people are saying, you know, she's sus, and I think that this panel does have some sussery possibilities. It seems clear that these are devil fruit powers at work. We must identify the culprits. Agreed. ... Why the ... Why the ... Very interesting. Very interesting. The qual video is happening. That's fire. I'm happy to hear that. I actually saw a very interesting theory on Twitter a few days ago. It was before the chapters. Well, I assume it wasn't a spoiler because nothing was confirmed. But people are saying that Gunko might not be Koala's sister, but it'll actually be Law's sister. And I was like, oh, that's a crazy little pull there. Because we know Law had a sister, and it was during the white lead stuff where she seemingly died. But at the same time, I swear that Law saw his sister's, like, dead body. Am I crazy? Because I saw this theory and I was like, this is kind of interesting. if it is Law's sister, maybe that's why she's like covering her face, because she got burned in the fire in that town, or it's like the white lead disease or something. And the pupil thing was even explained, because it's like when kids have an eye injury, their pupil is white. And I'm like, okay, all this is cool. All this is cool and fun. But I just don't know. I feel like he saw this from he saw his sister like dead. I swear they saw that. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, I swear he saw her die. Am I crazy? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me see. When neighboring countries carried out the extermination of the inhabitants, the hospital she was residing in set on fire, burning her to death. It was her death that drove Law over the edge, as he watched helplessly as the hospital burned while crying. So he didn't see her body. Okay, that's interesting. No, but I kind of think the theory's interesting. Like, this is a very niche character. This is a very niche character, so bringing them back wouldn't really make me upset in any way. And I'm like, you know what? I can see it. Little kid gets injured or whatever. I don't think we know how old Gunko is. I don't think we know. I'm fairly certain we don't know. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think the idea is possible. I'm not against it by any means. I think it's interesting. Because it's a very niche character. Obviously, it's a fake out death again. But do I really care about Law's sister's fake out death? Not really. Because it's just like another person who died. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think the idea is interesting. I'm not like all for it, but I'm like, I see the possibility. And then we had this really great moment here where we got the Nidhogg Ghost combo. We're like, oh, they're running away, fleeing for their lives. And then the Chads, Dorian Brogy, absolutely cook the Ghost, Nidhogg Dragon, and seemingly another one, which could have been the Loki one. It just looked like a pretty normal Viking archetype. So maybe that's what they called Loki. Because the one that was Loki obviously didn't look like Loki. It was more like the perception of what Loki could be. I feel like they would save that one, though. So I'm intrigued to see what that is. No, Will, I know you're trolling with that comment, but, like, I don't know. I think the theory of Law's sister is kind of intriguing. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Scopper, of course, is with Dorian Brogy. Like, we got some monsters on the ship here, and they're probably going to start destroying a whole bunch of the little nightmare creatures. What I am intrigued to see, though, is if they like start reforming and stuff. We see this little panel here. Sorry for taking so long. We had to puke up all we drank. Such a shame. Underneath there, we see like little black, like warping kind of stuff from obviously these monsters being defeated. But will they be able to regenerate kind of like the Gore set? That'd be interesting. Especially because that would imply, because these monsters are literally made from people's dreams, which is like the most devil fruit concept you can have. You know, the dream fruit. Very cool. Very interesting. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. I think it could be fun. With Brooks' music maybe becoming relevant, it really feels like there's something for every straw hat on Elbaf. Yeah, the Brook, I personally thought it was Uta, because I confused the New World song for the new Genesis song. So Uta, still not canon, still not in the story. I thought this was a very clear Uta reference because of the headphones, and Uta wore the headphones, but it was New Genesis, not New World here. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. I am intrigued to see, like, if Gunko meets Brooke, is she gonna, like, fangirl? That'd be really funny. I would actually really like that. I think that'd be sweet. But we'll have to wait and see. It seems as though there is a chapter next week. It seems as though it doesn't say there won't be. It just says to be continued, which means that next chapter will be the birthday chapter. Very fun. We're gonna be doing a birthday stream on my birthday, obviously, which is in 2 days from now, on Tuesday. So that'll be fun. So that'll be a fun time. I don't really know what we're gonna do, to be fully honest with you. It'll just be a chill stream. Maybe we could do discussion kind of stuff. Probably just playing some games and chilling with the chat. I think it'll be cool. A lot of greatness in Elbaf so far. A lot of greatness. A lot of greatness. I'm very happy with what's coming. Very happy. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I was so locked in on the Uta thing because of the headphones. I was so locked in on that. I really liked because we've never seen headphones before in One Piece. Like, I genuinely swear we've never seen them before. And then Film Red comes out. Uta has the headphones on. And we see Gunko with the headphones. And I'm like, oh, okay. Also, I love that it's TDs, like a CD. But we know that TD is tone dials. Like, that's so clever. That's so clever. I really like that world building. I don't know. That's got to be tone dial. That's got to be. It's literally a musical device. I don't know. I think it's very charming, very cute little world building. And I know it's not literally unironically, this little thing here, you got a problem with the one we live in already. And then the headphone, this is all so charming. I actually really like that it's Brook more, because Brook was the reason we knew about tone dials in the first place, with his incredibly sad flashback with the tone dial of his music for Laboon. That's crazy. So it actually makes it even better that it's Brook's song being played on this thing, which is probably just a tone dial headphones. Really cool. Really cool. That's a bunch of little things put together that just make this really cool, little interaction here. Really, really enjoyable. I am very intrigued by what Jinbei said here. The quickest answer to most mysteries in this world is a devil fruit of some kind. If these phenomena are unfamiliar to you, then there's a good chance that those folks are behind it all. He's got to be referring to the Gorosei and the world government. He's got to be. Those folks, there's no way. It's got to be. It's got to be the world government. He did all, those folks is bolded in this speech bubble here. So, I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what happens. My man Jinbei is cooking. You know what? I'm happy for Jinbei. Get him some spotlight. He's going to be... If we get a Jinbei Usopp scene in Elbaf, I don't think my heart could take it. I think I would genuinely lose it. I would lose it if we saw Jinbei and Usopp interact on a true level. You know? It's like these two absolute legends are colliding. I don't think I could handle it. I think it would be too powerful. But let's see. We got to 50 minutes. That was a pretty fun stream. Very chill. Very chill little chapter stream. I assume there will be a chapter next week. It seems like there will be. I'll just check to make certain. One Piece 45. No Gear 5. No Gear 5 scene. Very shocking. I fully expected a Gear 5 scene. Very interesting. Okay, yes, there is a chapter next week. There's a chapter next week. Very interesting. Let me see. Viz. Let me just make certain. Yep, new chapter next week. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, we'll be back next week with another banger chapter. Excited to see what happens. Very excited. But with that, let's see if we can redirect to anyone. Obviously, if you're watching this as a VOD, please consider supporting the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I cannot redirect to anyone. That is tragic. So, it is what it is. But, as I said, fun chapter. Excited for what's next. Next week, One Piece 1145. Let's hope for some Usopp greatness. Some, realistically, we'll probably see Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, because they weren't in this chapter at all. Realistically, we'll see them. And then maybe that'll be the start of the low-key flashback. Who knows? I think maybe that's why they did a bunch of setup this chapter. You know, oh, we got to put the pieces together so you don't forget while we do this flashback with Loki. That's possible. That's possible. But we'll have to wait and see. Very great chapter. I would definitely give this like an 8. I would give this an 8. It was very enjoyable. The little things, bunch of good little things. So, intrigued. With that, that'll be it for me.